Rangers make one change from the Hibs game. There's a surprise recall for Charlie Adam. He replaces Kyle Lafferty, who drops to the bench. Majid Bugera failed a late test on his thigh, so Kirk Broadfoot continues at centre-half with Stephen Whittaker at right-back. Chris Boyd and Kenny Miller have started 12 games together for Rangers, with a goal return of 17 between them. It's a formidable partnership. The subs include the top scorer in last season's Old Firm games, Nacho Novo.
Well, Rangers are a solid looking 4-4-2. The rear guard is slightly makeshift without Bugera, but still has plenty of Old Firm experience. The midfield has seemed more settled recently, but today sees a surprise return of Charlie Adam, and not for the first time in a biggie under Walter Smith. The trio to his right have all proved they can influence this huge fixture in the past. If they can repeat that today and control the midfield, the knock-on effect would see the Boyd-Miller partnership influence today's result even more.
Celtic are without Shunsuke Nakamura, who is suffering from flu, so there's a first Old Firm experience for his fellow countryman Koki Mizuno, who scored and impressed at Falkirk last week. Gordon Strachan does have some big hitters back though. Stephen McManus, Paul Hartley and Barry Robson all return. Glenn Lovens and Darren O'Dea drop to a bench that also includes Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink, who's been out for nearly 3 months. Lee Naylor keeps his place at left back.
Yeah, Celtic were forced into fielding a makeshift side last week, but look much more like themselves today. Captain Steve McManus coming back in has got to be a huge boost for Gordon Strachan, and Caldwell dropping in alongside him gives the manager this preferred backbone. The midfield area must have proved a little problematic for the gaffer, who without Nakamura has opted for Brown on the right, and after last week's impressive show from Mizuno on the left. Robson and Hartley make up an extremely mobile but not overly physical midfield. Up front is a real partnership, Samaras and McDonald.
A unique sporting occasion, high drama, intense passion, unbearable tension, and that's just before it kicks off. Rangers and Celtic lock horns and arms and legs probably amid freezing temperatures in Glasgow. You get the feeling these two teams will warm us up.
Well, straight off, Mizuno. Starts in Nakamura's preferred position on the right-hand side. Scott Brown just tucks in a little bit inside him, and Robson will play on the left for Celtic.
Whittaker, Davis, Scott McDonald quickly upon him. There'll be a few players setting out their stall early on. A few personal duels to be won. To be fought in the biggest game in British football, the mother of all derbies. Samaras. McDonald nipped in front of Weir. Celtic with a 4-point lead over their Glasgow rivals at the top of the table. They might not have imagined that when Rangers turned them over almost 4 months ago, in some style, 4-2 at Celtic Park. Chris Boyd, Kenny Miller making moves, so too is Stephen Davis, and it's going to him first. Miller lurking offside though, Kenny Miller.
You see already there's an icy skid to the surface. If you look at that, absolutely no danger of being offside there, Kenny Miller. It's one wrong straight off for the officials. The players will have to watch the surface. It's a little bit wet, it was water before the game. And it's icy as well. It's so cold here at Ibrox.
Celtic have lost on their last 3 visits to Ibrox. It's going on 3 years since they won a match here. Maybe today's the day for the defending champions, and how they would love it if that happened. Lee Naylor preferred to Mark Wilson. Kirk Broadfoot having to continue alongside David Weir in the heart of the defence, with Majid Bugera failing a late test. Naylor. McDonald will get a free kick. Early promise, perhaps, from this for Celtic.
like Naylor's going to leave this one for Mizuno to whip in. Try and put that Rangers defence under some immediate pressure.
Yes, the usual man from Japan has flu, but there is a replacement in Koki Mizuno, and he's standing over this free kick now. Mizuno whipping it in, and Barry Robson's header over and out. Rangers haven't lost at home in 2008, but this one remaining game at Ibrox this year is the ultimate test. Celtic wounded by that heavy defeat on their patch in August. And the score to settle. Miller though for Davis. Miller wants it back, and Davis has a go and another go, and he's fired it wide. Chances are coming thick and fast then for Stephen Davis.
A good play again down the right hand side from Rangers. Davis with the initial ball in. It's Kenny Miller that made it difficult for the Celtic defence, and at that point you're thinking all he needs to do is make sure he gets on target. But there you can see there's a definite handball from Caldwell. Gary Caldwell just clips that one with his right wrist, I think it was. And there were shouts from the Rangers fans for handball. It's another one missed by the officials. So very contentious early on in this match.
Hinkle. McDonald almost into the path of Brown, but it's found Samaras anyway. Charlie Adams slides in on Mizuno, but he's kept it going. Samaras lost out eventually, and Chris Boyd will get a free kick off Gary Caldwell.
Boyd just pick it up in that midfield area, and Caldwell just slips in a little bit late.
Charlie Adam pings that towards Boyd, and Lee Naylor could have left it but didn't get a shout, even though a few thousand Celtic fans might have tried to inform him behind that goal.
A bit of pressure given now on both flanks from Rangers. Got a bad ball in there, it does make Naylor have to deal with it.
Charlie Adam may not have much of a future at Rangers, but he will be relishing the present day. Adam goes for the near post, Samaras stoops to conquer. Papac. Broadfoot is still up there. He's given away a free kick.
Gary Caldwell in the thick of things early on in this one. As that ball came in, just looking there, if he doesn't handball it, is Moritz getting it? Is Miller hanging around? No, it certainly was the one for the Rangers fans to scream about early on.
An early decision for Craig Thompson amid a flurry of activity in the Celtic box. Gordon Strachan explaining something to Neil Lennon, who would dearly love to still be playing in these games. Probably kicking every ball. Otherwise the manager. Samaras. Hinkle. He's returned it to Samaras, who's confronted by Weir and then by Charlie Adam, but Adam has stumbled. And Sasa Papac has to concede a corner.
Well, it's certainly not a day for dallying on the ball in defence. It's holding up on this grass, and it's making things difficult underfoot for the players.
Caldwell and McManus potential targets here. Mizuno's corner is comfortably cleared by Ferguson. Misjudged by Hinkle, but here's Robson, and he's been taken out by Papac.
Robson just gets a touch ahead of Papac there, and it allows Mizuno another chance. He's had a few already. Corner kick, free kick, to try and whip that ball in. as Gordon Strachan gives some more instructions to his players.
Celtic have certainly had some early set pieces in this latest Old Firm encounter. Here comes another one from Mizuno, and it's duly dealt with by Rangers. Dispatched by Davis, but only to Naylor, who just survived the attention of Mendes. Robson, McDonald. Papac has plenty of time and space. Stephen McManus, who missed the game to Falkirk last week with a knee knock. Barry Robson has missed the last 4 games with a thigh injury. Naylor launching it. Whittaker underneath it. Robson. Hartley. Brown has lost it to Mendes. But he's recovered the situation.
That's what I'm talking about. Certain areas of the park, you do not muck about with the ball today. Try and get forward early and get the opposition turned.
Kenny Miller has got away from Hinkle. And Chris Boyd wanted a touch, and that allowed McManus to make a telling challenge. Whittaker was behind Boyd a bit. Broadfoot in. Charlie Adam fending off Mizuno. Now Papac. And Samaras slides in, but it's a corner for Rangers.
Again, more pressure from Rangers. Some very good stuff in and around the box from them. Boyd did have a chance, just took a little bit too long with that one. McManus with a great tackle.
It's 100 miles per hour, and that's a minimum speed limit for an Old Firm game. Davis's corner, and it's going to go on the roof, or is it going to go in? No, free kick's been given as Boric is bundled over. Craig Thompson was right on the spot, and having none of it.
Oh, it's a good ball in. It does put pressure on Boric straight away. He comes first time, doesn't get it, and you can see that Broadfoot does in the end here just get a hold of Boric, nowhere near the ball really. I think the referee makes the right decision on that one. Boric up, not very convincing, but you see there the right arm of Broadfoot comes across Boric. And a good decision, but certainly not looking very confident with that one, the Celtic goalkeeper. And as I said, it's a very skiddy surface, and I think that's making it difficult for the goalkeepers too.
Rather relieved to hear that whistle, I bet, although it was a correct call from Craig Thompson. Naylor. Fast, frantic, fun.
Well, it's a good start, I think, from both sides, really. Very open. As usual, that midfield area is vital. It's how much service the two sides can get to the front two, I think, that will be the big issue in this one today.
Hinkle beat Adam to it. David Weir watching it, so too Samaras. Papac. Samaras is hurt, but getting up now. Quick recovery with Celtic on the attack, possibly. McManus. Weir for Mendes. Foul by Scott Brown. Making his presence felt.
Yeah, he always does. It certainly was a free kick. We know that Scott Brown will do that in the green and white all day.
Scott Brown, and it could open up here for Celtic. Scott Brown showed too much of it. To Weir. The sort of rampaging run that gets the fans going, though. Not that it takes much to get the fans going today. Mizuno. McDonald. Papac. Davis neatly for Whittaker. Mendes, who scored a screamer back in August at Celtic Park. Papac now. Hinkle cuts it out and finds his fellow fullback Naylor. Crawford over the top of McDonald. Not that there's much of him to get over. Hinkle. Crawford sweeps it into touch.
Well, really had to do that, Broadfoot. It's not a day for letting the ball bounce.
McDonald swiveled away from Papac and delivered towards Barry Robson. Samaras may yet retrieve it. First time from Naylor. Not good, but it's given Charlie Adam a minor worry with Mizuno in close attendance.
Celtic trying to send the ball in every opportunity. We know that Rangers have been frail from that kind of area recently.
Mizuno's cross that time intercepted by Mendes, who's chased his own clearance. Linking up now with Miller. Ferguson foraging forward too. He's in the box. Adam looking for him. It's covered by Caldwell. Cracking run from Ferguson.
It really is hectic stuff. If the ball weren't holding up so much on the ground today, that might have got through to him.
A quarter of an hour gone. It's flown by. Celtic have actually failed to score on their last three visits to Ibrox. Last time they went four without scoring here in the league was at the end of the 1940s and the early 1950s.
Did you see those games?
Here with you. Hartley. Hinkle. Step past Adam but then ran into Ferguson. And now it might set Rangers up for something. Miller's cross. Sent behind for a corner by Caldwell, and Hinkle has stayed down.
How much contact is there? Not a lot with the initial one, but that second tackle from Ferguson definitely makes some contact. Left ankle. That'll be a sore one on a cold day. He also took one, I think, across the chin.
All part of the old firm experience. In front of the Celtic fans, a Rangers corner, but Craig Thompson's not ready for it just yet. Hinkle, I think we're still returning to the box. He's made it. Davis tries again. Samaras didn't get there, but McManus did. Adam. Eventually cleared by Brown. Scott Brown has only collected 3 yellow cards this season. A changed man in that respect. Pretty good considering the way he tears them out. Pitches everywhere. Popping up everywhere. Mind you, this is the big test in terms of avoiding cards. Sasa Papac. Signed a new deal recently, a survivor from the ill-fated Paul Le Guen reign. Caldwell presenting Rangers with a throw. which Papac will no doubt take. Whittaker, Davis in support, Whittaker will use him. Davis for Ferguson, Scott Brown guarding the edge of Celtic's area. It's given away to Mendes though, and Mendes picks out Kenny Miller, still got a bit to do, too much to do as Caldwell closed the angle down.
Well, Mendes starting to dictate things in there now, great ball here. Good vision. Look at his touch though. Kenny Miller, very poor. If he takes it across his body on his left foot, he's got a chance at an early shot. He didn't, and that allowed Caldwell back in. Poor first touch, but great play from Mendes in there.
Kenny Miller's fourth Old Firm game for Rangers, and he played in four for Celtic too. Crudely challenged by Barry Robson. He was quick to depart the scene.
With a couple of off touches there and then. Where Robson makes the tackle, a little bit late.
Ferguson getting back to his best after an injury layoff. This season started rather late. Smith has a pretty good record against Celtic over the years, but he knows he needs to deliver a title, and the sooner the better. Celtic champions in the last 3 seasons. McDonald, it opens up a bit for Samaras, but he drags it well wide, horribly wide in fact.
Celtic's first opportunity to get the ball into the strikers, and it was good initial play from McDonald, but I think he was looking for the return pass. He certainly was after he saw the shot from Samaras.
Brown, Mizuno, taken on his toes by Charlie Adam, who brushes Mizuno aside. Miller for Mendes. Fabulous football from Rangers. Ferguson's shot snuffed out. Samaras just the wrong side of McDonald. Derby this week, Edinburgh Derby next Saturday from 11:30 on Satanda Sports 1, and on the Sunday we are with Rangers as they go to Inverness Cali Thistle, and that's also from 11:30 on Satanda Sports 1. Well, when these two met in August, it was fairly tame opening half hour by their standards, but it soon exploded into action. It's been a busy opening quarter to this Old Firm showdown, a seasonal showdown. Robson secures a throw, which will no doubt be left to Naylor. Robson scored a penalty winner in an incredible game against Rangers at Celtic Park in April. 2 incredible games there in that month, both favouring Celtic and setting up their surge for the title as Rangers cracked amid a congested fixture schedule. But since returning to Ibrox, Walter Smith has won 5 out of 7 Old Firm matches. Until those April contests, he enjoyed a winning streak against Gordon Strachan. Manus and Miller challenging. Caldwell sent back in his direction by Whittaker. Chris Boyd looking to muscle in. Two centre halves around him.
I think this comes down to Boyd's pace or lack of it. In fact, he couldn't just hold off Caldwell and get on the end of that one. He's looking to take it back round him.
Offside here, Chris Boyd, after Kenny Miller flicked it on.
He's certainly playing on the edge.
The first goal always vital in any game, but it's absolutely crucial in an all-firm match. Only once in the last 59 Glasgow derbies in the league has the team scoring first lost. McManus. Caldwell. Samaras. Brown. Whisk. Giving that to Stephen Davis. A late Christmas present, gratefully received by Davis. Here's Broadfoot.
Well, Brown does have a tendency to do that at times, a slack pass. It's happened a couple of times already today. Not the sort of match you want to be giving the ball away in midfield.
Charlie Adams flick. Kenny Miller. Adam has continued running into the box, but between them, Caldwell and Mizuno conspire to hold up Rangers, but only temporarily. Boyd now. Mendes. Almost in the top tier. No repeat yet of his stunning strike against Celtic in August.
No, but 25 minutes gone and Rangers are creeping more and more into this one. The better of possession, they're getting the ball played around quite neat and tidy in midfield, and they are finding a striker on occasion. Mendes looks really in the mood for this one today. Yeah, you can see there, last 5 minutes, Rangers just taking hold slightly.
Papac. Miller. That's straight. Samaras pounces on it. Brown and Ferguson on a collision course, and a free kick for Brown.
Well, it has to be said just how difficult the conditions are in this game. It's difficult enough as it is in an Old Firm match, and in that midfield area it's so tight. But because they watered the surface before the match, it's almost like there's a frost on it. And it's holding the ball up and it's making it skid and it's making players skid. It's just adding to the frantic quality of this match.
Rangers are the top scorers in the SPL. They have the best defence as well, but it's Celtic who sit on top of the table by 4 points. Will it be 7 points shortly? Will it be 1 or will it stay the same? It won't be long before we know.
There's a shout of handball here. And again, yep. Fans got that one right again.
Both centre halves have used their hands in this game. Mendes returns it to Whittaker. Broadfoot now for Weir. Papac. Adam. Adam was late. He's going to get a yellow card for that challenge on Barry Robson. First booking of the match.
Well, Robson changed over to the right-hand side here. And that's allowed Mizuno to go left. And straight away, confrontation with Charlie Adam, who gets a yellow for that very late and pretty aggressive challenge, really. Nowhere near the ball. He comes through with both feet
rather have it out.
and takes out Robson.
He left Barry Robson crumpled in a heap. No wonder Robson was less than impressed.
They're not finished yet.
Yep, they'll both be back for more, I think we could safely assume. Gary Caldwell will take the free kick, aimed towards Samaras. Nothing doing. Boyd flicks it on. Kenny Miller is onside. Always rising though.
That's what this partnership's about. Boyd getting up, he knows exactly where Miller is, and again Miller's not offside. And he gets a shot off, but off target.
Rangers ahead as far as goal attempts are concerned. Nothing on target yet for Celtic. Mendes. Caldwell first to this. Didn't take any chances with Boyd lurking. The noise really is deafening around Ibrox. Miller. Boris with a big shout, claims it. Robson and Adam jostling again. McCoy's sprung out of the technical area. Offside here against Georgios Samaras.
Celtic finding it very difficult to get any sort of quality into their strikers, and that means the ball just keeps coming back at them at the moment. The Rangers are looking pretty settled.
Chris Boyd backing into Gary Caldwell, although the majority inside Ibrox felt it should have gone the other way. They would feel that, wouldn't they?
Oh, I don't agree with that one at all. I don't think Chris Boyd's done too much wrong there.
Celtic have only lost twice on their SPL travels, in 2008 here in March and in Hibs recently. Rangers, though, unbeaten at home in 2008, and they haven't lost a league match here since early last season. Weir's error. McDonald, now Robson, now Mizuno. Naylor goes round the outside. Mizuno almost stumbling on the tricky surface. Charlie Adam with a crunching challenge, which has released Stephen Davis. Not many keeping up with him. Hinkle sees off Miller. Charlie Adams' cross comes off Caldwell.
Well, Walter Smith brought Charlie Adam back into this Rangers side today. He is having an influence in this game, certainly showing all the grit and determination you'd expect.
Scott Brown cut across Adam. Weir. Adam. Brown moves in again.
You can see that Adam Robson combination bubbling up.
Down to McDonald and now Brown. Here's Naylor. Hinkle. Robson. Mendes in the way. Leaves it for Ferguson. Miller. Ferguson. Sold Whittaker way short. Mizuno now for McDonald. The Rangers captain will be hoping nothing comes of this. It doesn't, because Samaras has topped his port. McManus though for Naylor. Mizuno. It's gone out. Rangers have a throw.
Celtic just taking too long to get the ball in there. Can't over-elaborate today.
Celtic slipped up against Hibs and Hearts recently, but bounced back with an emphatic victory at Falkirk, even though half a dozen regulars were sidelined. Mendes protesting. And Scott Brown has a bit to say to Mendes, and they're both giving as good as they're getting, and Craig Thompson with a wry smile on his face.
I'm not sure why Brown's getting himself involved there. There's no need for that. The game's feisty enough as it is. It's been played in good spirits so far. I suppose this just comes along with Old Firm matches.
That's the end of that particular argument. A few more arguments to settle yet on Derby Day in Glasgow. 10 minutes to half-time. Boyd. Colwell rising. This is Whittaker. Mendes, it never really came down for him, and it always seemed destined to be a high one. He's had a couple of goes and has been off target by some distance. Strachan, often a thorn in the side of the Old Firm in his playing days at Aberdeen. Samaras. Miller. Scott Brown sorts him out. Naylor. McDonald. Rangers fans are crying handball, but many players were. Hartley. Not much room for manoeuvre out there, and nor should there be in an Old Firm game. Some tenacious tackling. Hinkle. Brown. McDonald. He's got Robson to his right. McDonald sidestepping Mendes, and that's neither here nor there. Easily taken by Alan McGregor.
Yeah, Celtic just lacking that creative edge the likes of Maloney or McGeady would give you. Not able to get the ball wide and then do something with it. As another late challenge comes in.
Yes, it's going to be a yellow card for Lee Naylor, and no wonder.
Conditions are adding to this, but you can see as well the players are going right through each other at times.
I think Craig Thompson is going to call it back. Rangers took it quickly, but he was still writing the name of Lee Naylor in his book.
In all the players' defence, though, it is very difficult for them to stop today. We've seen that already.
Plenty to ponder for the two managers. Games do make such a difference. Mendes floating it in. Oh, Boris spills it. recovers. Good little kick from David Weir as well. But he accepted with an apology.
Well, I said it earlier, this is conditions, it just slips out of his fingers. There's an icy edge to the ball today, and that's why I think the players should be getting the ball in the box a lot more, putting the goalkeepers under pressure.
A nice cold day, a red-hot atmosphere. Mizuno, Hartley, Brown. It just trickles away from Samaras.
It's all a little obvious at the moment from Celtic, but still 0-0. We won't be complaining too much.
Henkel. We're underneath that. Robson. David Weir stopped a return to Robson from Samaras. Hartley. Robson. McDonald shrugs off Charlie Adams' challenge. Barry Ferguson, a composed figure as usual. Davis now, more than suited to these kind of games as well. Offside, Chris Boyd.
Yeah, I think he went too early on that occasion. Just looking for Davis to play it slightly earlier. Well, I'll tell you what, it's right on the edge again.
Minutes remaining in this first half. Rangers and Celtic don't generally do 0-0s, and they don't often do draws. There's only been 2 of them in the last 29 Glasgow derbies. McManus bounced off Broadfoot. Whittaker for Mendes. Whittaker kept it in. And he's seen off his old Hibs teammate Scott Brown. Mendes offside again. Chris Boyd.
There has been a few of those, and this time it's the correct decision. He did go too early.
Figure in the last 5 Old Firm matches, Chris Boyd, but a man in form, a goal-scoring machine. McManus, Hinkle, who's started to look the part in recent months. Charlie Adam, Chris Boyd, the Rangers fans trying to put off Moritz. It'll take a bit more than that. Brown. McManus. Half-time is approaching.
And I think the Rangers will be quite happy the way they've controlled this first half, but not very happy that they haven't brought Boric into it too much. Certainly there's been no real threat from Celtic, and it is up to Rangers, they're the home side, to take the game to Celtic. Put them under a lot more pressure than they have so far.
Kenny Miller. Hinkle just shut him off. McManus mopping up. And Barry Robson gets a free kick. He loved these occasions, and he loves scoring in Old Firm games. Just about every other game come to that. What Celtic would give to snatch a lead just before the break, that would really hurt Rangers. McDonald, he's taken it down. Whittaker can clear it though. Mizuno. McManus underneath that. Walter Smith has made his way to the touchline ahead of half-time. There's going to be no significant added-on time, we hear, so we're in the last minute.
Well, you can see why managers tend to play more physical players in Old Firm matches. The likes of Mizuno hasn't really come into this one at all. It does look a little bit lightweight and just off the pace. A lot of that's been to do with the service into him as well. That hasn't been great. When you look to the Celtic bench, not too many options there really. Certainly Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink. Couldn't imagine he'd be given too long, if anything at all, in the second half.
That's it, half-time. Gary Caldwell got away with an early handball. There's been lots of huffing and puffing and plenty of hustling and bustling, as you expect on Derby Day in Glasgow, but not many clear sights of goal as yet.
Banish the cold and spice up your life this January with Setanta. The FA Cup with both the third and fourth rounds. The PGA Tour tees off, but when will we see the Tiger? There's the Magnus League. UFC 93 live in Dublin. Boxing with Margarito B. Mosley and all the action from the SPL. Plus the pick of the Barclays Premier League and a classic derby as Liverpool clash with Everton. Blow away the blues this January with Setanta Sports.
In this outbreak, you could go to the loo, make a cuppa, or save your family from dying. Pull your finger out. Test your smoke alarm.
In this week's Grazia, our pick of the hottest new bags. Jules Oliver on her shock pregnancy. Plus, what's next for single Kate?
Okay, let's
Morning.
Date went well then.
She's stolen all my stuff.
Of course, if you had a Barclay card, all your fancy gadgets could have been insured.
Barclay card.
Laptop,
Get me out
phone,
of these.
your camera. It's all right, mate. I've still got mine.
Don't. No, don't.
Oh, I love it.
Don't.
Yes.
No.
Love me, baby.
Oh, fresh towels.
Apply online for 6 months free gadget insurance.
Hey, that's her. Hi.
Because people are always dropping by, I need to know my home smells nice. That's why I love this Airwick Freshmatic Max. It sprays automatically so the place smells lovely all day long, and for unexpected whiffs, it's got this boost button. Airwick Freshmatic Max. It's good to be home.
Oi, you! Call yourself a real fan? You want to check out the new Setanta.com. With the biggest interviews, round-the-clock video, as well as the top stories as they break. All available at full screen quality. It's the new home of live sports video on the web. Plus, there's no better place for you and your mates to join the debate. So if it's happening in sport, it's happening at Setanta.com.
So Mark Wilson is on for Andreas Hinkle, who did take that knock in the first half. Rangers are ready to start the second half. decade since Dick Advocat's first game in charge. Rangers looking the more likely in the first half, and they'll be hoping that it continues in that vein. But most games of football can change quickly, especially this one. Whittaker. Davis. Wilson floating it up to David Weir, in fact. Kenny Miller. Boyd. And Miller goes down. Craig Thompson says no foul. The referee reckons he was looking for that.
I don't think Kenny Miller was going to get there anyway, but this is what he tried in the first half. I think he is maybe just caught. How much contact, I don't know, but as Terry Butcher says, the more the game opens up, the more chance they've got of going behind.
It's opening up now. Ferguson for Chris Boyd. He gets a second chance, but it's brushed off him, and Artur Boruc comes to Celtic's rescue.
And just like the first half, you can't breathe in this one. This time Boyd is onside, and he's the man that you want to be going through there one-on-one with Boruc. If you're a Rangers fan, I'll tell you what, he's got to do better. He hits it straight at him. It's not the top-class finish you expect from him, and it comes back off him in the end. A real chance at the beginning of the second half, I should say, for Rangers. First real chance of the game.
18 goals this season for Chris Boyd, and he was staring at number 19 then. Boruc stared back at him, and there's been a bit of afters. Ferguson may well be summoned to the referee. Samaras, in fact, is also going to be called over.
Yeah, it's just more of the same from the first half, really. A little bit of afters there, yeah. No need for that.
You don't do that to Barry.
There were one or two hints in the first half that Rangers could find their way through in the channels. That was far more than a hint, that one. With Boyd right in there. And that's something I think Celtic will have to watch out for, just in front of the defence. Paul Hartley, keep an extra eye on that one.
Bugiera still for Rangers today. He failed a late test, and Celtic without Shunsuke Nakamura, who has flu. Lee Naylor's throw. McManus high into the sky. Awkward for Broadfoot. It's a Celtic throw right down by the flag.
That was certainly route one from McManus. And it does put defenders under pressure today.
Celtic attacking the end where their fans are gathered. Lee Naylor's long throw. Robson challenging. Hartley. And the throwing goes in favour of Papac. Gordon Strachan intensive. Just one win at Ibrox in his time as Celtic manager, and that came early in 2006. Ferguson. Ferguson has been taken out.
Yet again, the whistle blowing. Just break this match up a little bit.
Little shove by McDonald. And Barry Robson now gets a... Oh no, it's just a throw. Weir. Papac. Rangers eager to make it 2 wins out of 2 against Celtic this season after that 4-2 triumph at Celtic Park at the end of August. And Celtic responding magnificently to that defeat, going on a 12-match winning streak in the league. And that's why they are sitting on top with a 4-point lead over Rangers. Free kick given against Barry Robson, making his return from injury today.
Celtic can't really get into any flow in this match at all. It's not as if they've got plenty on the bench to go with. Not much playing time there. Hutchison, O'Dea, Crosas, Wilson obviously just came on, but Lovens, it's not going to change things for Celtic. Just that one man, Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink. As I said earlier, that will be last 15 minutes if anything at all.
Chris Boyd's been penalised. He's certainly had a magnificent chance to give Rangers the lead as Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink is applauded by the Celtic fans, almost 3 months out, injured. But could he have a part to play on this day?
He is one man that can't influence this, but just how fit is he?
Ferguson fuming, giving away another free kick. Whittaker now. Davis for Ferguson. Davis wants it back. It's cleverly done by Scott McDonald, and so's that.
That was good play from the striker who had to come very deep.
Celtic seeking a 4th successive title. Pole position at the moment in the SPL. It's gone back to Boris, but some force from McManus. Corwell able to help it on to Wilson, on for Hinkle. Hartley now for Naylor. McDonald. It's come off McDonald to Rangers' throw. Broadfoot wary of Samaras' presence. McGregor can clear. Ferguson and Hartley to contend with. Now Wilson. Samaras makes himself available. David Weir goes out there with him. It's gathered by Wilson. Robson has won it back from Mendes. McManus. Boyd closed in. Ferguson and Kenny Miller looking for an opening, and it's right on the edge of the area, right on the edge, and a yellow card is the outcome.
Well, not for the first time Celtic losing possession. Ferguson with no one near him. You can just see a touch there. It's on the edge of that line. Cornwall coming back in. Certainly outside the box. No danger, it was inside. Miller, complete frustration. He thought he was in there.
Chris Boyd, having been denied by Artur Boruc early in this half, wants to have another pop. Alder Smith hoping and praying. But a goal might just come of this. Gary Caldwell joining Lee Naylor and Charlie Adam in the book. Potentially a massive moment, but there'll be a slight delay as Craig Thompson orders the Celtic wall back a bit. Mendes and Boyd over the free kick. Here comes Chris Boyd off the wall. Whittaker, and it's blocked by Naylor, but it's a corner for Rangers.
Solid defending from Celtic. The wall did its job. And Whittaker had a pop as well, but Naylor was out quickly.
Chris Boyd, desperate to score against Celtic, he's only managed to do so once in his career. Davis makes himself available, gives Adam a better angle. Whittaker came off his heels somewhat. Papac is covering, just as well for Rangers. Darren O'D, who made his first league start of the season at Falkirk last week and was very assured, is going to be caught upon by Celtic. Samaras, Scott McDonald, can he shake off Broadfoot? Yes, he can! An incredible goal! Scott McDonald makes the difference on Derby Day in Glasgow. Celtic have the lead at Ibrox. Rangers reeling.
It was absolutely fantastic last week, but just look at this for a finish. He's online, nice little flick there from Samaras. He's got so much work to do though, but he just turns to his left and the ball sits up nicely. Broadfoot doesn't get close enough, he gets wrong side as well, but there's no doubt about that finish. McGregor, absolutely no chance, it was always going in. The sheer delight on the Celtic bench.
Neil Lennon would join in the celebration if it could. Scott McDonald, who scored twice against Rangers at Celtic Park in April, missed a penalty against them the same month, has banged in a beauty. How will Rangers respond to that? Kenny Miller loses out to Stephen McManus. Celtic scoring with their first shot on target at Ibrox today. And Rangers are going to bring on Kyle Lafferty in place of Charlie Adams soon. Davis. Celtic have a lead to defend. It's a foul on Adam by the Celtic scorer McDonald. They might just wait to bring on Lafferty. Last two times he's come on as a sub, he's scored. It's a sickening feeling, this, for the Rangers fans. They will want their team to come up with an immediate response, which is exactly what Celtic did when they fell behind at Celtic Park in August. Although they still ended up losing, it's always best to respond quickly in a derby game like this. Craig Thompson keeping a close watch. Davis delivers, and Boruc gets a fist to it. Whittaker looking for an option. Davis provides it, trapped by Mizuno. Forced into a corner, probably looking for a corner, but he's not going to get it. Mizuno's clearance only goes to Broadfoot. Still Kyle Lafferty waits, and we've now reached the hour mark. A super strike from Scott McDonald has given Celtic the advantage. Whittaker. Boyd moving in on Borrance, but the keeper was always the favourite. And Darren O'Dea, who was going to come on just before Celtic scored, is still going to come on. But Kyle Lafferty will be first to join the fray. Whittaker, Ferguson, Davis, Caldwell showing his usual conviction, but it comes to Ferguson. Pedro Mendes. Questions being asked of Rangers now, and they're in urgent need of an answer. Miller, Mendes, McDonald. He will get a free kick off Davis, and now we'll get a substitution apiece. The numbers aren't actually there, mate, but Charlie Adam is coming off. Kyle Lafferty is coming on. Adam, a surprise inclusion, given that he could be on his way in January. And on comes Kyle Lafferty to add some forward thrust to Rangers play. Koki Mizuno has gone off. Darren O'Dea replacing him, and that will require a Celtic reject.
Yeah, it looks like O'Dea going at left back, and Naylor will push one forwards into that left midfield area. Just shows the few options that Gordon Strachan has on the bench.
He knows there's plenty of work to be done yet. Victories at Ibrox do not come easily. Rangers haven't lost at home in 2008. As it stands, they won't be quite managing to see out the year in that vein. But there's time for a salvage operation. Whittaker, though, has gifted Celtic a throw-in. So Darren O'Dea is indeed slotting in at left back. Lee Naylor moving forward. Celtic having to patch things up a fair bit in their recent matches, but for the most part successfully so. One or two glitches, but here they are, 1-0 up at the home of their arch rivals, looking for a payback after Rangers won at Celtic Park in August. Pedro Mendes, Stephen Whittaker, Ferguson, free kick. Rangers rattle. Defeat is unthinkable and unbearable in the Glasgow derby, where the stakes are so high. Davis blocked en route, and his own man Ferguson was one of those in the way. Samaras. That's broken kindly for him. Davis, though, intervenes. Powerful header from Caldwell. Beat Boyd to it. Brown. O'Dea. Robson. Wilson. McDonald, the scorer. He hasn't found goals quite so easy to come by this season compared to last season, but it was a sizzling strike once he had invaded Broadfoot.
Yeah, it was stunning. He's done a good job as well of holding the ball up today. Fouls even Stephen. Hopes on a chance to put this one in.
Robson floated in, and it's going to elude everyone. Nothing doing then, but there was here.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from a stunning strike, but as soon as Broadfoot goes 1 for 1 there with McDonald, he has to realise he cannot allow him to turn, especially to his right foot. And Broadfoot gets his position all wrong, but just look at that. He only needed half a yard, the striker. Fabulous finish.
Kyle Lafferty will settle for a throw off Mark Wilson. 25 minutes left. Celtic without a win at Ibrox since February 2006, when 1-0 was enough for Gordon Strachan's side. Chef Saraski got the winner that day. David Weir's error, and Samras bearing down on goal. Pedro Mendes, though, raced back, and David Weir will be a relieved man.
The Rangers have to find a way of being more direct now. 66 minutes gone. If they overpass it, they're getting caught in midfield. Could get done on the counter-attack, so it's now a case of trying to get the ball in the box and turning Celtic round.
Typical endeavour from Paul Hartley, stirring up the Celtic fans as well, like they needed stirring up.
Yeah, exactly, and it gives Celtic now something really strong to play for. They've got that goal, they'll be tenacious, and they'll work so hard now to stop Rangers getting on the ball and doing their stuff.
Kenny Miller, he's got Davis outside of him. Boyd's fallen over, Davis in, Boyd's back up, Robson's there, and again. Mendes blocked by Brown. Ferguson. Rangers' need is urgent. Papac. Way ahead of Chris Boyd. He requires better service on that. It's actually stayed in. Rangers gave up on it. Boyd tried to trip Naylor. McDonald. Free kick for Broadfoot. Celtic targeting another title in Scotland. Manchester United doing the same in England, and they take on Middlesbrough Monday night from 7 on Setanta Sports 1. Lee Naylor and Stephen Whittaker.
Another late challenge to add to a few already in this match from Naylor. I think he gets away with that one. Could have so easily been a booking.
He's already on the yellow. Lee Naylor treading a thin line, you suspect. Davis is a bit of a cue. Samras, though, can calm things down, maybe briefly, for Celtic. Celtic unperturbed by their home defeat to Rangers in August. They went on a terrific run, and the Old Firm picture can change quickly. Remember the 6-2 game in 2000? Well, Rangers won the next one, 5-1. Mendes. Boyd. Ferguson now for Lafferty. Wilson stuck to his task, and Robson can clear. Whittaker. Miller. Booted away by Caldwell. Shoved by Samras and Ferguson, but Rangers still have it. McManus will whack that away, though.
Well, we did talk about the midfield battle before the match. We also talked about the strikers, and two strikers have had real chances today, and that's Boyd right through on Boric and couldn't make it count. And then we saw what Scott McDonald did, and that's the difference so far.
scored his first goal in 8 games at Falkirk last week. A considerable barren spell by his standards. But as usual with rather decent strikers, once they start scoring again, they generally don't stop. It's a pressing matter this for Walter Smith, Ali McCoist and Kenny McDowell. Inside the last 20 minutes and they trail Celtic. And if it stays like this, Celtic will be 7 points clear at the top.
I just wonder if that means Nacho Novo for the last 20 minutes to come on. In the past that has worked for Rangers. I just wondered if that's what's going through Walter Smith's head, and it looks like it is.
Lafferty. Nacho Novo will be called upon. Often a thorn in Celtic's side. Papac. Determination from Caldwell to tip Miller to that. Nacho Novo is about to replace Stephen Whittaker. David Weir. Davis. Papac. What have Rangers got left to offer? They need to offer something, or they will be a little adrift in the race for the title. Not the 7 points is insurmountable. OD. Lee Naylor's on the edge of the box at the moment. Scott McDonald here out wide. Davis wrestles control back for Rangers. Whittaker. It could be his last contribution. He's given it straight to Hartley. Robson takes over. David Weir underneath that from McManus. Charging about. Mendes. Papac. Lafferty ahead of him. Now Mendes. A promising move from Rangers. Papac trying to maintain the momentum. Lafferty does just that. Papac! And it's off McManus for a corner.
Rangers now very close to that cutting edge. Papac tries to deliver to the front post into Boyd's area, but McManus gets it away. Pressure is mounting now on Celtic.
Here comes the top scorer in last season's Old Firm encounters, Nacho Novo. He's going to replace Stephen Whittaker, and if anyone can help save the day, he can. The corner from Davis, met formidably by McManus. And Scott McDonald on his Todd at the moment, and he's going to get a free kick as Pedro Mendes slid in from behind.
Yeah, again, he does so well. Scott McDonald encourages the free kick there. He wasn't really getting away from Papac or Mendes.
Celtic sniffing a second perhaps. McManus, potential target for Naylor. Naylor decides to go for goal, kind of. And it's sent back by Hartley. to McGregor. Quarter of an hour remaining. Celtic a goal to the good in the latest instalment of the Old Firm story, and what a story it has been across 120 years. There's been a few good late shows in that time, and Rangers need one now. David Weir. Papac. Weir. Davis. Miller. Turned away by O'D. Nervous tension around Ibrox. The Celtic fans hoping that their side can see this out, even though they've had to patch things up. Naylor playing as a left winger. Nakamura, a call-off this morning with flu. What a mighty result this would be for Celtic. O'D. Straight to Ferguson. Now can Rangers capitalise? Nacho Novo wants it. Held up by O'D. Kenny Miller now. Trying to charge through, but it's away by Robson. Davis leaves it for Ferguson. Weir. Sunrise ensures that it does not reach Papac. Robson for O'D. O'D again. Scott Brown forceful in the challenge with Mendes. And Ferguson almost releasing Nacho Novo. Yes, it's head in hands type for Rangers supporters, who certainly milked the moment when they ran out convincing winners in the end at Celtic Park in August, but the tables have been turned for the time being anyway. It's Celtic who have the lead at Ibrox.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Walter Smith with his head in his hands as well, very frustrated, having the majority of this game to this point. Finds himself 1-0 down.
Papac then ready to float this free kick in. Rangers gagging for a goal. Broadfoot helps it on. Boyd lets it drop. It won't come down though for Rangers, and Scott Brown will get a free kick off David Weir, and they got involved in a minor tangle.
Since scoring that goal, Celtic have been absolutely solid. It was up to Rangers to take the game to them then and really try and put them under pressure, but Celtic have coped very well. Boric not had a lot to do at all.
Rangers haven't lost a league match here since October 2007, when Hibs beat them. 22 wins and 1 draw since. Trust the old enemy though to put them under the cosh, and maybe ensure that Rangers won't go through 2008 without losing here. Davis. Rangers require a late rally, but Barry Robson cuts across Kenny Miller. As Rangers' frustrations increase, Ferguson though stops that. Lafferty now. Scott Brown, terrific. drinks on Brown, and still. Back come Rangers as Glasgow's Giants slug it out big time. Mendes looking for Novo, but it reaches Boris.
That was the wrong choice of ball from Mendes. Don't often say that, but Novo wanted it a little bit closer to him.
A nail-biting 10 minutes remain. They slid the lead for Celtic, but on Old Firm Day, that's about the best you can hope for. Ferguson for Lafferty. Boyd tried to smuggle it through to Miller. Ferguson on the scene. Miller to corner.
Again, it was great play from Scott Brown. Miller was never going to get a penalty for this one. He was looking for a little bit though, but Brown just very, very strong as he has been the whole match.
Davies' corner is poor, not what Rangers required. Scott McDonald offering an outlet now. Ferguson tracing his run. Gordon Strachan typifying the intense and immense passion in Glasgow on days like these. This would be one heck of a result for Strachan Celtic. Scott McDonald showing interest, and David Weir has to pop it behind for a corner.
It was a game that Celtic didn't really have to win. I'm sure that Gordon Strachan will count this as a huge bonus if they do. Still, time left for Rangers.
But Rangers have a corner to contend with, and they need to keep it out from this. Second goal would surely see Celtic home. Hartley gets it popped back towards him by Papac. Papac chasing it. Celtic's throw. Darren O'Dea taking his time. And time is what Rangers are running out of. It may not go down as one of the classic Old Firm games, but Celtic won't be too bothered if they manage to preserve their lead. The lead given to them by Scott McDonald in fabulous fashion. Here is McDonald. Another throw for Celtic. Rangers desperately need to get it up the other end, but easier said than done. Celtic refusing to budge, although Rangers do get a throw now.
Well, Rangers came into this game top scorers and best defence in the SPL, but his pre-match interview, Walter Smith did suggest there were still inconsistencies there, both in front of goal and at the back. And I think that goal just summed it up for McDonald. The concentration wasn't quite there. It allowed a one-on-one with Broadfoot and a little Celtic striker. And boy, did he take his chance.
Celtic are seeing out a few minutes in the Rangers half at the moment. They won't commit too many men forward for this free kick. No great surprise. Paul McManus staying back to guard what Celtic have, and what they have is a 1-0 lead at Ibrox. Hartley will aim it towards Samaras! McGregor stops it. That could have been curtains for Rangers. Lafferty leaping. Boyd. Miller. A frantic search for a goal for Rangers. Miller's cross is cleared by Caldwell. We're into the last 5 minutes. Sunrise has got a free kick off Ferguson.
It's a simple ball in. And Rangers yet again don't deal with it. Indecision, and that allows Samaras to sneak in the back post right behind Papac. And had that been a little bit to the right of McGregor, game over.
Darren O'Dee's free kick. Scott McDonald a little unlucky as it bounced off the back of his head. Lafferty fended off O'Dea initially. Just need to carve out some openings in what remains of this game, and there's not a lot that remains. Celtic on the verge of a victory that would be massive for them. Novo though, ready to shoot. It's nearer the corner flag than the goal from a man who has often come up with the goods on derby days in Glasgow.
Just for a sniff at it. It does well initially to work the room to have the strike, but well off target.
Celtic were certainly downhearted when Rangers beat them in Glasgow's East End in August, but they responded so well to that defeat. And they could be getting their own back here. Naylor's cross, gathered by McGregor. 3 minutes of normal time to go. And at this moment, Rangers will want a fair bit added on. Boyd for Lafferty. He's taking the long way around, Lafferty. Held on to it for far too long, really. Davis. Weir for Mendes. Ferguson. Davis. Ferguson. Celtic forcing Broadford onto the back foot. Mendes. McManus won that. Celtic full of desire and determination, hungry to hang on to their 1-0 lead and claim a vital victory. There could be a 7-point gap opening at the top, unless Papac nearly in. Boyd! Deflected, and it's going to be a corner to add to the tension.
It's not all over yet. Boyd with a snapshot, gives him the corner.
It's Papac to take it. Away by McManus. Scott McDonald's goal. Still the difference. Ferguson preparing a longish throw. We're into the last minute of the 90. We await word on how much stoppage time. Ineffective throw from Ferguson. Popped back by Weir. Broadfoot staying in the box, but Lee Naylor can send the ball on its way. Mendes. Boyd looked forlornly at the referee for a free kick as Caldwell challenged. Samaras. Celtic are going to bring on Jan Vennegoor Hesselink, who's been out injured for almost 3 months, and who scored Celtic's most important goal of last season. That all-firm winner right at the end in April to set up a late push for the title. Barry Robson's been caught, but Craig Thompson has played the advantage. There's only 2 minutes of stoppage time. Not what Rangers wanted to see. Celtic are nearly there.
It just shows you can have the majority of possession, but it's all about creating chances. The Rangers made one, Celtic made one. There has been a tale of two chances this game. It was all about McDonald's strike. Boyd missed his one. And it was one you'd expect him to take, and the pressure was on before the match for Boyd. Everyone said that he could do it in a big game, in a big Old Firm match. Is that his only chance?
Davis now up towards Boyd. Mark Wilson will have to dig that out. He does, and he's found Samaras. Just over a minute remaining. Certainly watering the pitch before the game hasn't helped the game. Is going to get about a minute of action in place of the goal scorer, Scott McDonald, who took his big chance after Chris Boyd flopped his. Broadfoot. Papat staying up in the box now, tangling with Caldwell. David Weir needs to return it, he does. Papat in there, but Caldwell commanding as he has been all season. Celtic seconds away from the 3 points that would mean so much to them. The Celtic fans want to hear that whistle. Venagora Hesseling holding Rangers up in their pursuit of a late equaliser. Seconds remaining. McGregor, will he have time to launch it? Craig Thompson has looked at his watch. It's over! Scott McDonald has won it for Celtic. What a monumental victory this for Gordon Strachan's side. Their first success at Ibrox for going on 3 years. A spectacular goal from Scott McDonald. In a game of few chances, Chris Boyd blew his opportunity when Boris stood firm. Scott McDonald shook off Broadfoot and scored in style. Celtic are 7 points clear of their Glasgow rivals at the top of the SPL, and you can see what that means to the Celtic family. Rangers made the most of it when they won at Celtic in August. It's payback time. That score has been settled, and it's been settled by Scott McDonald. He shrugged off Broadfoot easily, but what a fantastic finish. It's a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for the defending champions. Celtic have a big lead at the top after this big win at Ibrox. Rangers beaten at home for the first time in 2008.